A few weeks ago, the Senate voted to retain Section 29(4)(b) of the 1999 Constitution, which essentially gives a married woman, regardless of her age, the right to renounce her Nigerian citizenship. The decision was taken apparently after Senator Ahmed Yerima of Zamfara State made a passionate appeal to his fellow senators, claiming that expunging this clause would in essence violate the right of Muslims. The decision to retain the clause was seen as a tacit endorsement of child marriage. In Abuja, I caught up with Senator Ahmed Yerima and invited him to the channel studios to discuss the issue. I started by asking him if he agrees that by retaining this section of the Constitution, the Senate is essentially saying to everyone, it is okay to marry off children. Please, can I start by asking you to tell us what the real deal is? What is your real position on this matter?
Well, you see, it is all about the definition of full age. People don't understand the fact that some don't even know that this provision is in the 99 Constitution as well as 79 Constitution. What the Senate wanted to do was to remove it. And if you remove it, you are left with Section 4A, because there are two subsections there. 4A says a person, for him to be able to renounce his citizenship, he has to be 18 years and above. While 4B now says any married woman is of full age. So under Islamic law, any married woman is of full age. That is provided for in the Quran.
Can you tell me the specific part of the Quran which actually says this? Can you quote chapter and verse? Because this is actually disputed, that there is a particular verse in the Quran that says this thing that you are claiming.
It is in Surah Al-Ma'idah.
Okay.
You see, that is chapter 4.
Okay.
What the Quran says was that any married woman is considered to be of equal position with any married man.
No, but the assumption...
the issue is that married woman who commits, for example, adultery is different from a single girl. And definition of full age was given based on the maturity, that is age of puberty of a girl. For example, I was just looking at the European laws. I found that age of puberty was defined between 12 and 14.
Yes, but let's go back to the Quran, because that and Sharia, that has been the basis of the argument that you've been making about this particular matter. What is the age of puberty in the Quran? What does the Quran define as age of puberty?
The Islamic sources of Islamic law is Quran and the teaching or practice of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
The Hadith.
The Hadith define what is said in the Quran. The Quran says any married woman that commit adultery, for example, must be punished differently from a married woman. And Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, for you to be married, you must attain the age of puberty.
Yes.
And the puberty age is not defined by years.
But
it is defined by the nature of the girls.
That's at the center of this debate, isn't it? Whether you can consider a 9-year-old or 13-year-old as being fully mature.
Yeah, you see,
the argument
as far
is that
as Islamic law is concerned, as far as Islamic law is concerned, once you attain puberty,
but what is this puberty that we talk about?
You see, it's defined by when a girl starts menstruation. So a girl can start menstruation at 9, 10, 12, 13, 15, and when she starts seeing, when the breasts, are fully matured, and so it is not by age. That's what we are saying, and that is why that provision was made.
Now, do you think that there's a difference between physical maturity and maturity of the mind? Or, as far as you're concerned, the minute a woman is physically doing all these things that you've described, that makes her a mature person?
As far as Islamic law is concerned, there is no difference between, you see, a man, is different from a woman. A woman can be 50 years old, but her behavior can be different from a behavior of 25-year-old man. So therefore, the maturity is defined by the age of puberty. Maturity in the sense of marriage. We are not talking of physical maturity, or we are here, the section is talking about married woman.
Yes,
who is a matured married woman? Who is a matured person? A married woman in Islam is, you cannot marry until you reach the age of puberty.
No, but this is the point.
Yes.
What is this age of puberty? Is it 11? Is it 9? Is it 10? And
it depends on the nature
let me quote something for you from the Al-Azhar Al-Sharif in Egypt, which is basically the recognized highest body in Sunni Islam. And they have a manual on the rights of children. And they state without any ambiguity that marriage is regulated in Islam. And children must reach the age of maturity and puberty. So they make a distinction between maturity and puberty, and they put the two together. So it's not just that a girl has breasts.
So what age they say of maturity and puberty?
No, but that is the point. So what is maturity? And maturity, Sharia, in my understanding of Sharia, is that there are three things that you use before you can actually legislate and call this a Sharia law. The first is Nas, which is the text. The second is basically the spirit of the law, right? And then the third is the context of the society you live in. Now, using these three measurements, you cannot say that a 9-year-old in today's society can be considered to be mature.
You see, but this
it is all subject to
Islamic law has history.
Yes.
Our basis for anything under Islamic law is a written law, not like an English law. A common law, you make adjustments, but in Sharia law you don't make adjustments. You make interpretations where necessary.
Yes.
But this age of puberty is clearly determined by the nature of the girl, not by the age of the girl. That's what I want you to understand. Even the person you quoted, the people you quoted, did not say a particular age.
But the thing,
and that is why the problem is.
The problem with leaving a law as ambiguous as the one that we have in the 1999 Constitution, which you talked about, is that the law is supposed to be a leveler. It is supposed to be something that you can apply equally and in a just way to everybody. But this particular law that you are saying that you want it to be subject to different sorts of interpretations.
No, not subject.
That is what they said, because they're saying one girl at 9 years old, she is mature, another one is not.
Why did the Constitution says when you are 18 you can vote, but you cannot be a councillor or House of Reps until you are 25. You cannot be a governor until you are 30. I mean senator until you are 35. You cannot be a president until you are 45. So there is always differences in whatever you need to do. But a married woman is a married woman.
No, a married woman at 9 is not a married woman with the same person as 21.
But a person who is 18 is considered to be matured by our Constitution. Then why did the Constitution now says you cannot be voted for as a councillor?
So the Child Rights Act in Nigeria is very, very clear of 2003 about the age of maturity, and it is 18. It is true that we have instruments that are a little bit ambiguous.
That Child Rights Act is not constitutional as far as Islamic law is concerned. I said second schedule part 1, item 61 of the Constitution prohibited National Assembly from making any laws regarding formation and annulment of marriages under Islamic law and customary law. So it is only affecting those who undertake their marriages, who conducted their marriages under common law. If you are an Igbo man and you conduct your marriage under the customary law, the Child Rights Act will not apply in court. Ask anybody. And
you're quite happy to sit here and be clear that people who perhaps will use customary law or even Islamic law, as you put it, to marry children cannot be held to account.
This is not.
No, seriously, they won't be able to. Nobody will be able to hold them to account.
This is not issue of marriage of children.
It is the issue of marriage of children.
It is not marriage of children. That is why people are deviating from the main debate. The issue. What is the issue?
No, the
renunciation of citizenship.
Yes, but it does give a tacit.
Age.
It does give a tacit endorsement of child marriage. If you are saying
it
children under 18 can be married, then essentially you are giving a tacit endorsement of child marriage.
So any marriage under 18 is child marriage?
Mostly.
By what? Why is UK saying that you can have sex at 16? Italian law 13. at the age of 13.
I don't know about other laws,
you see,
and I don't know about the Italian law. I can talk a little bit to the British law, but not to the Italian law.
The British law, I saw it,
right?
16 years. So the issue is the matter of faiths. Our religion is